Hi everyone, my name is Rachel and welcome to the French Seams. Thank you very much for joining me for today's video. Today is a French Seams favourites video. So I did this series last summer, I believe, and I did the French Seams favourite bags, favourite dresses, favourite tops and favourite sweatshirts, and I'll link those videos down below. But then I was thinking to myself, as we are hopefully coming into spring sometime soon, that I should do a little roundup of all the cardigans I have, because I have a lot of cardigans. I think they are perfect for this time of the year. So I thought I would do the French Seams favourite cardigans. So I'm sure you're well aware of a lot of them. They're very, very popular patterns by popular indie design pattern companies, but there's a couple in there that you mightn't be so familiar with. So shall we get started? And maybe I'll start with what I'm wearing. So I've just said that cardigans are great for the spring, but this is a more kind of winterified version. I've got a Tilly in the Buttons Agnes top on with the detachable cowl, which I love. And then of course I've got a Marlowe cardigan on. I think they call this a Marlowe sweater, but to me it's a cardigan. So I just love this combo together. I've got ash jeans and I think they look great together. So the Marlowe cardigan is a fantastic pattern by True Bias and I have a couple of them, so I'll show you them. This one is in a beautiful jacquard jersey that I got from the fabric counter, and I make this in the shorter version. It does come in the longer version as well, but I prefer the shorter version. I do the version where you just attach the button band here. I think it's much easier than turning it under. They do give you two options there to give a nicer finish, and I don't usually put on buttons because there's no way my machine would cope with putting buttonholes on this fabric, but I just love how these came out, and they are just perfect for wearing with t-shirts, with jeans, that you can make them slightly more cropped to wear them over dresses. I think they're really, really nice. The only thing about the True Bias Marlowe is the sizing. So I think my sizing puts me in at least a 10 grading to a 12, and I make a size 4. And I still do think it's quite oversized, quite roomy. You can see it's got a nice drop sleeve. So if you are making this, take note of the stretch percentage of your fabric and also the finished garment measurements. I think that's very, very important. So this is one version I have in a grey, and I'll pull out the other versions I have as well. So this is a lovely navy one I have. I did have a navy one previously because I did make the long length version before and I never really got on with it. I think it was too oversized. So I did actually chop that up and make it into a shorter version, but it since is no longer in rotation. So I knew I wanted to replace the navy one. So this fabric is a beautiful, again, kind of a textured knit fabric that I got from the Crafty Studio. And again, I made the shorter version with the just simple button band, no buttons again. And it's got a lovely band at the bottom. It's got the lovely cuff detail as well, and this is again perfect for over dresses, over jeans. I really, really enjoy wearing this one. The next version is a definite spring or summer version, and it is this amazing corally fabric that I got from Dries & Stoffen. Again, a little bit of a texture knit, which I do enjoy. So I think this colour is just beautiful. I did put buttons on this one, and my machine did not enjoy it, but never mind. I just had these buttons that I was very, very kindly gifted. They're Ethel and Joan buttons, and I think they were perfect on this cardigan. I think it's really, really nice. And this matches one of my fringe dresses perfectly, so I love wearing these together. The thing with tying up the buttons, then you can kind of cinch it in then and tuck it up and wear them over dress. I think it looks really pretty, but this is another version of the Marlowe cardigan, which I just love. So another huge player in the indie pattern world for cardigans is of course the Blackwood cardigan by Helen's Closet, and as soon as this came out, must have come out in maybe 2017, 2018, I jumped on this pattern and I just loved it. So shall I show you my Blackwood cardigans? Right, so the Blackwood cardigan by Helen's Closet, I just love this so much, and I made so many when it first came out. So this is in a beautiful cable fabric. I couldn't tell you where I got this. I think maybe Higgs and Higgs years and years and years ago. So I make the full length version, and it's got these lovely patch pockets here, and it's got nice long sleeves, got the cuff, and then a lovely wide band at the bottom as well. And I think it lends itself perfectly to this beautiful cable fabric. I really, really love it in this green colour. So I loved this green cable one so much that I made it in a navy cable knit as well. So this is my navy one, which I just love as well. The only thing about this cable fabric is it kind of pills a little bit, but never mind, I still love it. I also put the patch pockets on these as well, and I just wore these all the time, and I think again they're just perfect for kind of spring and autumn as well, especially in the long length. I think they make beautiful cover-ups. They're not designed to be fully closed, they're meant to be worn open. I think it's a beautiful long line style. So that's my navy cable knit one. I do have a plain navy one, which I made in this beautiful sweatshirting fabric. I think this is from Maeve's shop. She sadly closed down a number of years ago. But again, this is just perfect for wearing as well. I did put the pockets on it. Apologies, I did put the pockets. They're all exactly the same, but I just love wearing these. I just think they are such a great cardigan. Then Helen does have a hack on her website about how to make the lapel a little bit bigger. So I tried that out on this version, which again is years old. This fabric was from Maeve, I think. So this in this beautiful animal print fabric, and then I have the pockets as well. But then she has a hack that you just make the lapel double size. So you can see here, that's the seam line there. So when you wear it, it kind of folds open like this, almost like a kind of a waterfall. And I think it gives a really, really nice effect. So I love doing that. And I think that was my first foray into pattern hacking back in the day, which I just loved. And I think this is really, really fun print. I think it's really great. So they are my Blackwood cardigans. I'm just going to leave everything here. Next up, shall we do a few Tilly in the Buttons patterns? And this is the Pearl cardigan. And I made this for Christmas Day, I think, a number of years ago. So you can see it's got feasting attire label, which I think is very appropriate. This is the Pearl cardigan. It's a wrap cardigan and it comes with a tie, but I altered it slightly. So I sewed down the two side seams and I just put in little buttons instead, because I wore this over a very high-waisted kind of satin pink skirt, which I just loved. I absolutely loved it. So this is very, very cropped. So I didn't add any length and it's very, very cropped on me. So it's waisted basically. And but I think it's a really, really smart cardigan. I would like to make it again in the tie version, see what happens, but I don't have very many high-waisted trousers or jeans, so I think, and this lends itself to it, unless you can wear this over a dress, which of course I might do as well. I think it'd be lovely to wear over a dress. It's quite a fitted cardigan with these lovely bands, and then it's got the big cuffs and a lovely waistband as well. But I think it's really, really pretty pattern, and I would like to revisit this one. The next Tilly in the Buttons one I have is from one of her books, and it is the Bertha cardigan. And I think I made this last year from fabric from Bornella, which was just beautiful fabric. I love this so much. So this is the Tilly in the Buttons Bertha. So it is a kind of a raglan but a batwing cardigan, which is really, really pretty. So I made it from the book. I didn't add length to the sleeves, which I regret, but never mind. So it's a little tiny bit short, and I didn't have any perfectly matching cuffing, but I got this cuffing from the Crafty Studio, and I think the pinks actually look quite nicely together. Because I made this from Bornella Fabrics fabric, I got their label as well, which says Flower Power, which is adorable. So it's a lovely batwing cardigan. You know, I enjoy batwing, and again, it's not meant to join in the middle, it's just meant to be slightly open, but I think it's a really, really fun pattern. Perfect again for colour blocking. They have a variety of styling pictures in the book and how to do different hacks and stuff. It's a really, really fun pattern, and I'm delighted I gave it a go. And again, I would like to revisit this again. So this is the Bertha cardigan. Next up is a pattern company that have sadly now ceased trading, but I just loved them and I have a number of their patterns, and it is Mizuzu Patterns, and this is their Cuddle Cardigan. So this cardigan comes as a cardigan but as a sweatshirt as well. I've made both, and this is the cardigan version. I made this for So Fruity a number of years ago, can you tell? So it's a lovely, lovely cardigan. It really is. It's got these lovely pockets at the front into the side seams. Then it's got a kind of a button placket here. I did little cherry red buttons. Then it does have this pattern piece for this fantastic stripe all the way across the back. And I just love the back neckline, how it's got this fold over, this crossover at the back with the band. I think it's really, really pretty. So, and it's got a lovely button band, and I just love how this came out. I think it's really pretty. So the sweatshirt version of this obviously just closes, and it's also got these lovely patch pockets here as well. This comes in a variety of views: shorter cardigan, longer cardigan, shorter jumper, longer jumper. Fantastic pattern, really, really love it. So this is my Cuddle cardigan. Next up is an oldie but a goodie, and this is the Love Notions Fraser cardigan in this fantastic fabric. I think this fabric is just perfect for spring. It's just the most gorgeous colour. It's from the Crafty Studio, and I think she calls it Aqua, which is just lovely. So it's a French terry, and I made the Fraser cardigan, which I think has these fantastic pockets. Aren't these just wonderful? These huge big pockets here, they are so big and so roomy. So it's got a lovely band all the way down the front. It's got a centre back seam for lovely shaping, and the bottom is kind of curved. I will of course hopefully be popping in pictures of all these. It's got a lovely curved band down the bottom, which I think gives a beautiful fit and lovely, lovely style lines. So I think the Fraser cardigan is very underrated. I don't think you see it too often in the sewing community, but I think it's a lovely pattern. Love Notions patterns are always great. I really enjoy making them. Fantastic instructions, and I think the fit is really really, really good. And I've got a lovely label here that says, I make my own clothes. So this is the Fraser cardigan and I just love it. Next up, and the last one I have physically to show you, but I do have one more that I want to talk about, and this is the Jennifer Lauren handmade juniper cardigan. Again, one that you don't see too often, in this beautiful yellow fabric, which again is very spring-like. It's the most beautiful kind of soft knit fabric. I bought this in Beyond the Pink Door when I went to Andrea's retreat a number of years ago. It was fantastic, so I actually bought this in her old shop, which is amazing. So this is a juniper cardigan, which is a beautiful shape to it. You can see the seam lines there in the shoulders, lovely button band, and they do have you put a little bit of ribbon on the back, which is a lovely finish. So when I saw this, I knew I wanted to make a little cardigan, and I was in the queue to buy this, and I was kind of humming and hawing, and I kind of thought about the juniper cardigan, and then the lovely Lorianne was behind me, and she said, oh, but I'm wearing the juniper cardigan, and it looked so beautiful on her, so I knew then it had to be a juniper cardigan. So really enjoyed making this. I think it's just slightly different cardigan with those beautiful sleeves. I think they're called saddle sleeves, saddle shoulders, I think. So it's just a beautiful pattern. I love the fit on Jennifer Lauren patterns, and I think this came out really nicely, and I think it's just perfect for spring and this kind of year. So it's a little bit brighter yellow in real life. It's coming out a little bit muted, but it is a very sunshiny yellow in real life. So that is a juniper cardigan. So they are the cardigans that I have to show you. I do have one more cardigan pattern that I made years ago, and I'm afraid I don't have the cardigan itself anymore. I'll pop in a picture here from years ago. This was a challenge. I don't know how many of you remember. It was run by the Stitch Sisters years ago. It was called something like Cozy Cardigans or Cuddle Up a Cardigan, something like that. So I think that was the very first Instagram challenge I joined in. And this is the Bergen cardigan, and it is by a pattern company called Cardigans. I think, apologies if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. So it's just a lovely pattern, and I've always wanted to remake it. So I made it in a ponte, which works out beautifully, but it's got lovely design details. It's got little pleats at the neckline, and then also pleats at the hem as well. And then you can do kind of double buttons, which look really nice. I'll pop in the line drawings, and I'll actually pop in a picture of the styled photos as well. It's a lovely cardigan pattern, and I think this pattern designer does have beautiful patterns. I had a quick look again at her site that I hadn't for a long time, and she does have some beautiful patterns, so I would love to revisit some of her things as well. So that is the Bergen cardigan, which I would love to remake. So that, I was going to say they're my favourite cardigans. They're all my cardigans and they're all my favourites. So I do hope you enjoyed it. If you have any favourites yourself, please let me know. If you have any cardigan patterns that I haven't made that you think I might enjoy, please drop me a note in the comment box below, or just drop me a note to let me know what you're working on and if you enjoyed this video. So if you liked this video and if you enjoy this favourite series, please do give me a thumbs up, and also please consider subscribing, which basically means you'll get notified when I release a new video. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you get some time for some lovely sewing, and I will talk to you all again very soon in another video. Take care everyone. Bye.